For day 5 of Navratri, we worship her and the Lalita Sahasranamam as Payasana Priya. So, which means Devi is fond of Payasanam, that is Payasam or Kheer made with Annam, that is rice. So, we are going to make Pal Payasam as a special bhog for this. For this, I have soaked 1/4 cup of raw rice. It has been soaking for about half an hour now. First, we will drain out the water. Just pulse it 2 or 3 times and we just break it into bits. See, this is how it should be after pulsing. Not too fine, just once or twice you can pulse. In a pressure cooker, first add just about half a cup of water. To this, I am adding 1 liter of full fat milk. We will wait for it to come to a boil. See, the milk is beginning to boil now. Now we will add this broken rice to it and give it a good mix. When it starts boiling once again, cover it with the lid. Now transfer it to the smallest burner and keep it on sim, absolute sim, and cook it for 15 minutes and switch it off. See, after 15 minutes I switched it off. Now I waited for the pressure to release completely by itself. Now you can take it out and have a look at our payasam. See, lovely payasam, creamy payasam, and this you can see the rice is also very well cooked. Now I am adding half a cup of sugar to this. Just give it a good mix. Again cook it for 15 minutes and switch it off. But remember, you must keep it on the smallest burner and in absolute sim flame, very minimal flame. Now again we cooked for 15 minutes, allowed the pressure to release by itself. Now let's open it and see. See, we have got a beautiful light pinkish color, typical of the authentic Pal Payasam. Now after opening the cooker over a medium heat, just allow it to cook for another 5 to 6 minutes more to get a more creamy and thicker texture to your Pal Payasam. See, now we will switch it off. It has reached the perfect creamy texture, and be sure to be stirring it also when you are cooking it on an open pan. Now we are ready to take it out into the bowl for Naivedyam and offering this Payasanam or Pal Payasam as Naivedyam to Devi Ma. On day 5. Our perfectly done, absolutely awesome Pal Payasam is ready with the typical light pinkish color, and for this we don't add any other flavor. Those who like can add cardamom powder if you wish, but I am not adding, and no other cashew or raisins or anything. It is just the pure flavor of the milk which has been boiled and reduced, which adds the great aroma to this payasam. Namaste. On day 5 of Navratri, we celebrate Ma Durga as Ma Skanda Mata. As Skanda Mata, she is the mother of Skanda or Kartikeya, and she is someone who loves unconditionally. Any mother is a person who has unconditional love for her children, and it is both Durga and Lakshmi in both these forms, as well as Saraswati too. She gives us this immense strength and also wisdom, whether as a mother she is sitting and teaching her children how to read and write, or how to walk and talk, how to play a game, whatever it may be. So this unconditional love of a mother is what is portrayed here. In the Lalita Sahasranama, where we praise Devi with 1,000 names, the very first name starts with Shri Mata. Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari. So Shri Mata or Shri Matre Namaha. Shri Mata means the universal mother. She is Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Janani. She is the mother of all the forms in all the universes, in all the million galaxies in the universe. And what then to speak of our own family, such a small, tiny bit of a family, which is created by the mother, where she equally shows her nurturing and her compassion towards her family. The mother never thinks twice. When the child is a small baby, a newborn child, she spends sleepless nights getting up in the middle of the night, maybe the child needs a feed, or maybe the child is crying because his diapers is wet. She doesn't mind that she has lost her sleep. She gets up and lovingly changes the child's wet diapers. She might have to get up early in the morning for some other work, but still she continues this for her child. And then later on also taking the child to school or helping him with his homework. Why that? Even every day in a family, just imagine a scene where the mother is making some dosas for the family. So everyone in the family is happily enjoying the dosas. She is also serving them with a lot of love. And there is just batter, just enough for 1 or 2 more dosas, which the mother would take after having given everybody. At that time, someone in the family wants another dosa or 1 or 2 more. She immediately, without thinking, offers those dosas to the family members. And later on, when they come to know that there is no batter remaining for the mother, and ask, Ma, you should have told us, why didn't you tell me that the batter is over? She will never accept that. She will say, oh, it doesn't matter. I am not feeling hungry today. Actually, I was quite full. Or, no, nowadays I have this acidity problem, and so I am not able to digest oily food. That's why I didn't want any dosas. Good that the batter is over now. So that is the kind of affection, the kind of relentless and unconditional love a mother has for her children. So as children, why children? Even when we are grown up, the first thing when we face any kind of problem, the word which comes out is ma. It's so if we hurt ourselves somewhere by mistake, we accidentally hit our leg against a piece of furniture. Oh ma, amma, ambe, ma. These are the words which come out of our mouth automatically, because she is the first person we call out to when in need of help. Now, as we grow older, it is now our turn to call our mother. Speak to her, call her over a phone call. That is all she wants to hear from you. Just call her, speak to her, find out how she is doing. Take out time and prioritize this. So, this way the family bonding also becomes stronger. Now, Skanda Mata is worshipped in the form of having Skanda, that is, Skanda is also known as Kartikeya, also known as Murugan in South India. So Kartikeya Skanda is seated on her lap. She holds Skanda with one hand, and with 2 other hands she is holding lotuses, and with the 4th hand she is blessing her devotees. That is how Mother Skanda Mata is portrayed. Now there is an interesting story about how Lord Kartikeya or Skanda was born. See, again it goes back to the time of Sati immolating herself, Shiva becoming an ascetic in the mountains, Parvati doing her penance. At that time there were 2 asuras, Tarakasura and Surapadma, who were troubling the Devas. So the Devas immediately rushed to Vishnu and asked him for help. Mahavishnu says, I cannot do anything about it. It is you people who are responsible. Why did you choose to attend that yajna conducted by Daksha when Shiva was not invited? Had you not attended, Sati would not have come, she would not have immolated herself, and Shiva would not have gone into deep meditation in the forest. But then both this Tarakasura and Surapadma had a boon that they could be killed only by Shiva or his offspring. Now Shiva is deep in meditation, and these devas were now fearing that Shiva would not have any offspring because his wife Sati had immolated herself. So that is when Narada comes in and tells Parvati to do the penance, and the union of Shiva and Parvati happens. Now with this union, the birth of Shiva's offspring has to happen. So Agni is given the responsibility of carrying this fiery seed of Shiva till Shiva's offspring is born. He is not able to bear the heat, and he gives it to Mother Ganga, who safely transports it to Saravana lake. Ma Parvati then takes the form of the water body of the Saravana lake because she is the only one capable of bearing Shiva's offspring. And then 6 babies are born who are taken care of by the Kritika maidens, and they are joined together to become Kartikeya, or the 6-headed Murugan as we call him. Kartikeya grows up to be a beautiful youth, very handsome, and he becomes a warrior and becomes the commander in chief of the army of the Devas. Even Kalidasa's Kumara Sambhava is based on this. And of course, Kalidasa also got his inspiration from his prayer to Devi Ma. Kumara or Kartikeya was not only extremely handsome and a great warrior, he was also highly intelligent. He was taught by none other than Brahma himself. And he asked Brahma to explain the meaning of Om, and Brahma explained it to him in 12,000 verses. Not satisfied, he went to Lord Shiva and asked him to explain the meaning. Shiva explained it in 12 lakh verses, and he said, still not satisfied, Kartikeya himself explained the meaning of Om in 12 crore verses. So, Ma Parvati begets such a talented child who is not only talented, has got high intelligence, he is a great warrior, and he is very handsome too. So it is said that when a devotee prays to Ma Skandamata, he not only prays to the mother, he also indirectly prays to Kartikeya also, because Kartikeya is depicted as sitting on Skandamata's lap. So in our context, as Skandamata, when we pray to Ma Durga, she helps our family also, she takes care of our children too, in nurturing them also. Now coming back to our story of the birth of Kartikeya. Now Kartikeya has grown up to be a brave warrior, and all the devas grant him different weapons. He goes to battle to fight against these asuras, Tarakasura and Surapadma. He destroys both of them and comes back victorious. As Kandamata, as ladies, we nourish and bear the fetus in our womb, and through the 9 months of pregnancy also we take care of the child with so much love, and bearing what other small physical hardships we may have. Maybe you have vomiting, or maybe you are hospitalized. There are so many other small hindrances you may have, but you don't mind that at all, because it's your love for your child. So that is the unconditional love which we as women learn from this avatar of Ma Durga as Kandamata. Mahaperiva Sharanam. Thank you for watching the video. We'll meet again with the next episode of Navratri in tomorrow's video.